This is not working the way it's supposed to. I can't get it to show up. Oh, there it is. Finally. Frig. Give me a few seconds, folks. Few seconds, folks. This is not working the way it's supposed to. Ugh. Okay, which one is... Okay, this... Which one is this? Okay, let's get rid of this one. Okay, move. All right, now... I'm telling you, folks. Share now. Could you please share this on Facebook? I have no idea what's going on right now, but for some reason, I don't even want to discuss it after what happened to Noreen's Kitchen. So I'm just resending this all out to everybody in my Facebook and Messenger and hope that everybody gets the correct one. I'll tell you. All right, I'm almost there, folks. All right. So, all right, here I am. There I am. Let's pop out the chat. Put it on live chat. And there we go. Hi, everybody. I'm really sorry, folks, for the Reading with Beverly Wolfe, folks. I was supposed to read last night and I completely forgot. I have been... I know I say this a lot, but I have... I came very close to having a nervous breakdown this week. And I work really hard at not showing it. Right? I work really hard at not showing it. I'm just going to talk until everybody comes in. Howie came home from work one day this week, and I was literally... He walked in the door to this, my eyes were wild, and I had tears streaming down my face. And he goes, what? Thinking somebody's died. And I said, I'm coming apart at the seams. He said, what? It's like, you know what I mean? I looked at the calendar. I went, no, we're not a month away from like Christmas. You know what I mean? Pressure cooking using the pressure canner. Your beef bone broth video has me hooked. Well, I have videos on everything I do with the pressure canners, right? Pressure cooking using the pressure canner. Well, the only time I do that, like right now, those chickens that I got in the groceries. I'm going to say hi to everybody in a minute. I'm going to tell everybody to say hello once people start coming in, because there was a bit of a mess up with me sharing which video was going live. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not liking it. That much is for sure. So, as you can see, everything's pretty dark back there, because you know what's coming. You know what's coming. We'll be decorating in here soon. I will be decorating in the dining room soon. And next weekend, this coming weekend, we'll be getting our living room Christmas tree. So this week, I'm prepping for Christmas. So here's what's going to happen. There might be a cooking video or two. I know I'm going to be doing a cottage roll dinner because folks have been asking me to do it again. The thing is, Linda, is Santa may be coming, but he's going to go right by my house if I don't get it in order. Okay. When I say I've had a rough year, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful that I have tools in place in my life. I have people in my life. Um, and you guys, right? That it's hard to believe that I'm the same person I was 10 years ago, right? So, but this last year, I kept just keep putting one foot in front of the other, you know, between um I don't even know what to call it. All right, but when my and I know I keep talking about this, but when my brother Bob died, I realized that he was it's not that I didn't it's not that I realized it after he died. I always knew it, but it became really apparent about which brother I communicated the most with. Because, Bob and I were the two youngest. There was like 6 years or so between my brother Bob and the next brother up because I guess mom lost a baby somewhere in the middle. She used to have babies every 3 years, right? But between waking up, like being awake, like I just posted a whole bunch over and over and over again on Facebook. If you've seen it, if you see the little video that says you are not alone, please watch it. If you're awake, please watch that video because I've been trying to describe it for the last few years, right? That this year, the ushering out of 2024 is also going to usher out a lot of other things, right? This has been the year of, I don't want to say revelations, but that's what that means. Things being revealed. It's been the year of things being revealed. People's natures being revealed. Truth coming out everywhere. And some people are like, don't see what's going on. They don't see any different than it was 10 years ago. And that's okay because that's their job, right? We've talked about people having jobs in the future. And when I say job, I don't mean go out 9 to 5, get a paycheck. When I say job, I mean your job going into the future about how we listen and listen to God's guidance and lead by example. Okay? Is going all the holiday this year because I really can't. Well, see, I don't have that luck. I don't have the luck of having a daughter who can throw Christmas. I was really hoping to be having Christmas at somebody else's house this year, but it's not going to happen, is it? A lot of us hide what's really going on with us mentally and physically, but we just keep a smile and knowing we're struggling really hard. We're hardwired to what's going on. You're right. You're right. We are hardwired to hide what's going on because we've spent so much time trying to wake people up that it's really hard to stop trying to wake people up now that the time to wake them up has passed. Okay? Some people are just like, we're going to lose people. Why? Because they're going to get hit with an avalanche of reality and they're not going to be able to deal with it. And then there's going to be the other half of the spectrum that's just going to keep walking through it all and not see what's happening. With sunny side up eggs and toast, Matt ate that without any problem, trying to get him back to swallowing more types of... Okay, but don't do it too often, okay, Linda? Don't cook him meals like that too often. Let his body decide whether it's happy with that or not. Like we got Gracie new dog food and she's had a couple of tummy upsets with it, but it's not an allergic reaction. It's her reaction to changing foods that she's been on for so long. So here's what I'm saying. Okay. Here's what I'm saying. If, to all the people out there that are awake, Okay, it's time to stop trying to wake people up. Those that have been woken up, those that have woken up in the last 5 years, are struggling to cope. Those that are waking up under an avalanche are not coping very well. And those that are not awake will never be awake. So it's time for us to stop trying to wake people up and start living, living the truth, living in the truth, and leading by example. Okay, because if you haven't noticed, people are dropping off the map like crazy. When I say map, I mean, the planetary map. So anyway, yeah, take it nice and slow with Matt. Take it nice and slow with Matt. So anyway, this has been a week for me of not waking up. But I have been so busy, and it doesn't look like I've been busy, but I have been so busy putting one foot in front of the other. It's been a really hard slog this year between my brother dying, being totally disrespected by family, by a good chunk of my family. My son's going through what they've been going through. And you know what I mean? It's just been, I look at this year as I'm really, really fortunate. I'm really fortunate that I was able to function through this year. If all this shit had happened 5 years ago, or even six years ago, or even 3 years ago, I might not have been able to deal with it. So I have been just putting one foot in front of the other. And it was me looking at the calendar going, what? It's almost December? And almost literally coming apart at the seams. Because I haven't done any baking. I haven't done any Christmas cleaning. I'm supposed to start decorating. You know what I mean? And I just finished my pantry. Oh, it's not quite finished. I got to go shopping this week. Well, I realize that, Kathy. Why, Collins? Why? Okay, I'm going to address that in a minute, Collins. Okay, but everybody say hi now so that I can get you in my participants list and I can start addressing some of the comments. It is a beautiful day, and you know what? We woke up with a dusting of snow this morning. And that was kind of just what I needed, right? So say hi, everybody, in the comments so that I can say hi back and we can get on with our tea break. Onward and upward with our tea break. So, Howie's finally cleaned up the dining room from trimming. I've got to get rid of the, what is that thing? The hydroponic thing? Piece of crap. I just want nothing to do with it. I don't want anything to do with if my nutrients are coming from Chinese chemicals. So I'm not, that and the Lomi too. I'm getting rid of both of them. I'm going to put them on Marketplace. Come and get them for free. Right? And just for those of you who don't know, I am not American. I've already had my Thanksgiving, but I want to say happy Thanksgiving this week coming up to everybody. Please don't go shopping on Black Friday. Please don't. Please. I look at that now and I look at it like they're like treating us like animals. Open the doors and people are killing each other and fighting to get at shit. That's just horrible. You know what I mean? It's just horrible. Now I'm going to go behind the fan for a minute while everybody's continuing to say hi. Well, we only got a dusting. I never shopped at all on Black Friday. Good. Well, are we talking postal strike, freaky geek? Yeah, that's another thing that's going on. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. And then I'll say hi to everybody. So, this coming weekend, there's going to be some decorating going on. Next week, I'm going to start my baking. This is it. I mean, we'll be putting the little tree up in the dining room. This tree will be getting decorated. And we're putting up the big tree, the real tree. Chat disconnected, successfully reconnected. Jeez and crackers. All right. So here I go. If it buffers, this has been doing this lately. And I think YouTube is beginning to crash and burn. So I have to start doing more videos for Rumble. But here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams. You know how we do this? We do our daily tea breaks, right? If I can do them daily, I will do them daily. I apologize to Reading with Beverly Wolfe folks because I didn't show up when I said I was going to last night. I'm going to pick a day a week because we're almost done. So it's going to probably be one night this week where I'm going to read 2 chapters. All right, let's pop out the participants list and say hello to Angela M, Angel M, Brenda Hoffer, hey, aloha Seashell, Charles, Colleen, Collins Homestead, we're going to talk, EJ, Freaky Geek, Ginger Gargoyle, Go West, Grandma Gina, Hope Dies, wow, I'm going to say Hope D's because I don't like that Hope Dies thing. Waldo, Jane Harvey, hi, Jennifer Unicorn. You know, Jane Harvey, I've only ever seen one other person spell their name that way, with the Y in it, and that's a cousin of mine. Just Me, Jennifer Unicorn, Karen Belair, Kathy Ponder, Kale, Laura Sup, Laura, Lena K, Linda Bop, Maggie Sanchez, Miss L. Jones, Minnesota Farmer's Wife, Julie R. Journey Homestead, Potato Head, Rita's Fett, Robin Rose, Sea Crystals, Snacky T99, Tigger Bouncin, and Vicky Dolberg. How is everybody doing today? So, did they misspell dice? No, I think it's their name. And it's D-I-Z-E, and I don't like pronouncing it that way. So we're just going to call her Hope. Oh, okay. So what's going on? Why are you sitting in the middle of your floor with a pack of cigarettes crying, Collins? Because, we'd like to help if we can, right? Even if it just means we're being here and listen. Okay, just for you, Bev. Me either. All right. Thank you. Do I get the munchies? Well, I ain't no 98-pound weakling. Ha! No, yes, I do, but not very often. Not when I go behind the fan stuff. For the simple reason is it's just maintenance now. It doesn't float me, if you know what I mean. It just maintains. So it doesn't have the effect that it would on somebody who doesn't, go behind the fan every single day, right? I go behind the fan every single day, even when there's no fan to go behind. You know what I mean? Okay, so what's going on? Are you like, you know what, honey? You know what, Collins? Sometimes we just got to sit in the middle of the floor and cry. Sometimes it's like rain. You know how you get a really, in the fall. You know, the leaves are beautiful and the weather's nice and it's getting cool. And, you know, leaves are just trickling down out of the trees with every little breeze. And then we get 3 days of heavy rain. And when we come out of that, the leaves are all down, or 90% of the leaves are down. Tears are kind of like that. They wash away pain, like rain washes down the leaves, like washes away dirt, like it washes away dirty snow. Do you not see the symbolism? So whatever you're going through, you're going to have a clearer vision after you're done crying. You're going to wash your face, you're going to take some deep breaths, and you're going to look at it from a different angle. Whatever it is, darling. Okay? That's okay. Okay. So there you go, right? Everything seems better after a good cry. And remember, laughing and crying, as Joni Mitchell once pointed out, it doesn't matter whether you're laughing or crying. You're still releasing pent-up energy. And I heard somebody else recently, he's some guru guy. He looks like he's always talking with his eyes closed like this. I can't remember his name, but he said something recently that really resonated with me. And someone said, well, I've been so depressed. And he went, what? No, stop. I watched this movie recently called The Giver. And it's all about, you know, they use precise language, right? Well, there's using precise language, and then there's using emotional language. And when we say we're depressed, we think of it as being pushed down. But we're not really depressed. We're compressed. Think about it. We are compressed, right? Think about it like a pressure cooker. It's not depressed. It's not depressed. It's compressed. And once in a blue moon, that compression has to blow. We have to let it out, and so that we can sort through the feelings that we've been putting lids on because we haven't had time to deal with it. Does that make sense? The novel The Giver to my 8th grade, that book was complete mind trip. Well, I never even knew it was a book. I just watched it on, I think it was Prime or something. What are we talking about? God puts your tears in his bottle. Well, the way I look at it is, tears are the washing away of strong emotions. Washing away the crust that has built up on your emotions so that you can actually feel them, release them, and then sit back and breathe and look at them for what they really are. But we can't sort through all these compressed feelings and emotions and hurts and things that have been going on. We can't sort through them when they're compressed inside of us. You try and sort through, remind me, okay? Compressed box. I'll be right back. I have an example to show you. Sorry, folks, I don't move very fast. Now, when we compress our emotions to be dealt with later, they build up. right? Imagine this jar of pins is full. Imagine this jar of pins is full. And I want to get to something here. Am I going to stick my hand in this jar of straight pins? No. Why? Because I'll come away with pins all through my fingers. What would I do if I want to look? What do? I dump these out on a table and I sort through the feelings. But when they're compressed in here, trying to dig for a specific emotion, you're going to come away more hurt than when you went in. So we have to dump them, sort them, and then put them back where they belong, or put them where they belong and organize them. Does that make sense? Don't stick your hand in a jar full of straight pins. Dump it out on a table and spread it out so you can see clearer what is going on. Does that make sense? So, unfortunately for me, I bottle up so much that when it comes out, normally anger, that comes out instead of sadness. Like I'm sad, but it comes out as anger. If I cry in front of someone, I'm really angry. Okay, so here's what you do. And I can't say this enough. Journal. This is just an old school notebook that had no cover on it that I just put construction paper cover on. Journal. Journal. If you don't feel safe letting your emotions out, that they might just come out very inappropriately, then you sit down when you're at your worst and you write. And you write. Don't stop to think about what you're writing. Don't stop to feel. Don't stop to sort through emotions. Just write until you can't write anymore and you feel emptied out a bit, that the compression has been released. Okay? And then give yourself, depending on how violent the emotions were that you puked into this booklet, when you're calm and you feel more capable of dealing with things, okay? When you feel like you're ready to give somebody advice, when you feel you're ready to listen to the crazy person, then you open the book and you start reading what you wrote. But read between the pain and the anger. And you'll find out. But the thing is you got to vomit out the crap, the emotions, so that you can actually start to feel better and figure out why you had to do that in the first place. Does that make sense? I can't get away from all the fools around me because I'm one of them. Well, why do birds sing so gay? Because only fools fall in love. And love is the answer to everything, isn't it? You can make vanilla with that. What? What did I miss? Oftentimes, we also have to take a look around and see our surroundings. If we are always surrounded by negativity and people who always are down on us, it's hard to get out of the dark as it keeps piling up. Yes. Okay. I may be brokenhearted that I've had family turn their back on me. It may have broken my heart. It wounded me to the quick. It's not the first time. Okay? But the truth is by hanging on, I look at it now as there's a lot of people in my family that I have been begging for attention. I have been saying, no, include me. Don't leave me. Don't go there without me. Don't you know who I am? I'm your sister. I'm your cousin. I'm your aunt. I'm your whatever. Right? I stopped. And I went, It's not worth me if I have to beg for understanding, if I have to beg for love, if I have to beg to be treated with dignity and respect, then I am talking to the wrong people. Like I said to Howie last night, I worry about my journals in the wrong house. What do you care when you're dead? I'm leaving my journals to my kids. I'm leaving my journals to my kids. I forgot what I was saying before that. So it must not be important. The important thing is why do we feel it's necessary to beg a seat at a table we were born at? Whoa. Did anybody whisper that in my ear? Wow, that just came out of the blue, literally. Before you're done typing, hey, Jennifer. So why would you worry? You're going to be dead. I don't give a crap. Oh, something I said to Howie. Thank you, Lena. We were watching TV last night, and I'm looking out the window going, and here's the darkest. Now that I've felt like I was coming apart at the seams, and I've had a cry, and I'm watching TV with Howie, and I'm looking out the window, and the question, the evil whispered in my ear, and so why do you even bother? What's the point of living? Just to get up every day and cook and do dishes and make quilts? What's the point? I was literally at a point last night where for the first time in my life that I saw no point in me being alive. It was brief. Trust me, it was brief. But those moments are terrifying when you look at them, because I wasn't emotional when I said it. I said, I don't even know why I'm alive. Right? And Howie goes, are you ready for this? He said, Bev, how many people show up at your live streams? How many people show up at your videos every day? How many people sit and be with you just when you're peeling vegetables? And I went, well, yeah. And he goes, then what do you care about anybody else? For a lot of those people, you're the reason they get up every day. And I went, oh, now, come on. I said, no. He said, no, think about this. He said, you've built a community. You have a family. We have a family on YouTube. Or just because they weren't born at your table, does that mean they deserve any less of a seat at it? And I said, yeah. And he said, and if that's not enough, Bev, you get up every day for me. Everything else. And I said, well, that's why I keep telling you can't die before me, Howie. I think a lot of us asks ourselves, what is the point? I know I have. It's like we're doing this for why keep going through it. But then the mind clears and you think differently. And he's right. I'm here because God wants me to be here, or I wouldn't have woke up this morning, right? Part of my cry is exactly that. My mom literally made me out to be a bad girl in the family to make herself look good. I'm still a part of the family chat. I see how she got them all talking about me. And you keep these people in your life because this is where I am now. This is where I am. I can love people, but I don't have to put up with their crap. I can love people, but I don't have to put up with them treating me in unloving ways. So the last few years, you're right, Cal, has been a meat grinder for all of us. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Leanne. They are terrifying moments for sure. Love and light, sweet lady. I'm happy to have you for company. So, hi, Willows. I'm glad to see you. Hi, Marcy. Marcy Geet. Is it Jeter or Geeter? So yeah, I've had some really this year has been a really, familial nervous breakdowns, families splitting up, members of family not speaking to each other anymore, my brother dying, it's been a really, really rough year, but I'm here to say it's almost over. Oh, thank you, Lori. I stopped putting up with my daughter's crap since this summer, and my stress level has been so much lighter. Well, the thing is I realize we've been, a lot of us try and help people who don't ask for it. And I realize that's a part of my problem. Not everybody wants help. Not everybody wants to be made aware of the path they're walking. Not everybody gives a shit about whether or not we love them. Right? It's a mad, 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 mad world, but we're going through the divide. You do know that, right? We're going through the. Can anybody know what I'm talking about when I do this? When I do this and I go, you know what that is? Hey, Krista. I don't talk to any of them. I'm strong most of the times. Today is not that day. Well, honey, loving them doesn't mean you have to put up with their shit either. This is the deal. Love is not conditional. Okay? There is nobody in my family that I don't love. But the truth is the way I love people and the way people think they love me, my idea of love and a lot of other people's idea of love are two totally different things. Love is unconditional. And the fact that somebody in my own family tried to point that out to me, I find that they don't know me at all, right? Let them be who they want to be and still love from afar. You don't have to be in their presence anymore. You don't have to include them. You don't have to include them anymore. I found out, usually I have to hold back at doing my Christmas cards. I haven't even started yet. We're in the middle of a postal strike, but I have hope and faith that even if my cards don't get delivered until after Christmas, they'll be like presents in the new year. You know what I mean? When everything's blah. But I realized one of the reasons I haven't started my Christmas cards is because I've knocked a lot of people off my fucking list. Pardon my mouth. I've knocked a lot of people off my list. Right? A lot of family off my greeting card list. Why? Because it's like reaching out and saying, have you forgiven me yet? Or I'm sorry. And I'm not. I'm not sorry for lovingly detaching from some of my family. I'm not sorry for detaching from family, that I love, but that have wounded me deeply. Right? Why do we have to continue to put our hand out to somebody who's going to smack it away and say, not right now? Why are we begging for a seat at our own table? No more. Yes, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. How are you, darling? Hi, Susan McGowan. My husband's being something because of my anxiety and depression. I'm looking for a way out because he's killing me slowly with the way he treats me. Then what are you doing there, Debbie? You just said it all. I'm looking for a way out because he's killing me slowly with the way he treats me. There's your way out right there. Why do you think it's do you think it's okay the way he treats you? What would you tell your sister or your best friend or your daughter if they were going through this? What would you tell them? And then turn around and say it to yourself and get the hell out. Period. Full stop, Debbie. Now is the time to change it up. Do not send cards or decorate. Do not give gifts. Separate yourself from the norm. That's what I'm doing. Like, I'm sending out cards, but I'm not. When I say I'm detaching, I'm not asking anymore. I'm not asking for a seat to the table I was born at. Piss on it. I'm sitting at my own table. And I'm sitting at my own table, and the only people gonna sit at my table are loving and honest and people who are just honest with who they are. Okay, Debbie, take care, sweetheart. Hang on a second on my... Unfortunately, Bev, they might feel the same way that you hurt them. Feelings are so fickle. Feelings aren't facts. If you feel they hurt you, they probably feel that you hurt them for some reason or another. That's true. That's true. But when someone attacks you that hasn't spoken to you in 2 years and attacks you on Facebook, well, if I hurt your feelings by a Facebook post, if my Facebook post upset a family member enough to attack me on Facebook after not speaking to me for 2 years except for a Christmas card, then big deal. What did Candace Owens say? Get a helmet. Life's tough. Right? It's Facebook. If someone chooses not to speak to me for 2 years, yet attacks me over a Facebook post, that person has no right they can have an opinion all they want, but they have no right to come at me when they haven't spoken to me about any of these feelings. What happens if someone upsets you? You talk to them. You don't wait 2 years and finally blow a gasket on Facebook. It just doesn't make any sense, right? Oh, I love Candace Owen. Yeah. Attacking someone is different than hurting someone. Yeah. Right? So if people are going to attack me without asking or bringing up a discussion, then there's... Right? I'm no longer putting myself... some people will say I deserve half the shit I get because I put myself out there every day. So that means it's okay for the people who don't put themselves out there every day just to come out of the dark and stab you and go back into the dark again? Just because, I'm an easy target because I'm online? It really doesn't matter anymore. I know this is the big aha moment that I have been living through. Okay? And I just lost it. Brain fart! Hey, just me. How's it going? Miscommunication error. Yes, it is. But here's the deal. I'm no longer standing in the middle of the road while the family cavalcade passes by, saying, hey, hey, sticking my thumb out asking for a ride. Not happening no more. Don't have to do it. I don't have to. I continue to love everybody, but I don't have to take a bullet for those people, because I won't. I had posted stuff. My nephew attacked me on Facebook and I helped raise him and moved and hadn't heard from him in 3 years. Then he attacked me. I had posted about the junk in the flu shot and he didn't think it was bad. Hey, Terry. I hear you, Willows. My post was about wokeism in our sexuality of our culture right now. And I don't give a fiddler's fart if you don't like my opinions, but it is my right to have an opinion. And it's nobody's right to tell me what my opinion should match theirs. It's nobody else's right to tell me my opinion needs or has to coincide with everybody else. It's called freedom. Freedom of expression, freedom of speech. And if people cut you out of their life because they don't like what you have to say or your political opinions, then they didn't need to be there in the first place, because they're cutting themselves off from the truth. They don't want to see it. So we're born into a family, but our chosen families are the ones that we can truly rely on. I choose my family. Just because we're blood doesn't mean they're family. Again, I'm going to say this until everybody understands. Blood is thicker than water, but it doesn't mean your blood relations are closer to you. What it means is the blood of the covenant. And a covenant is an agreement you make. Okay? It's a contract. And the covenant you make, the blood of the covenant, is thicker than the water of the womb. In other words, just because you were born into relationships, you weren't born into relationships, you were born into bloodlines. And just because you were born into that family, it doesn't mean that you owe them anything more than you owe anybody else. Because the people you choose, the blood of the covenant, are the people that you choose, right? Saying that you have to love me because we were born into the same family is absolutely a farce. I was raised wrong. If my mother had lived, I would be a totally different person today, because my mother believed that family was everything, regardless of what they did to you. And that is that's taken me a lifetime. And my mom died when I was 9. That's taken me a lifetime to shed that reality, that just because they are, you share the water of the womb with these people, it does not mean they get to treat you lesser than. Hey, Rosie. He was mad because I didn't have family Christmas party, but I had it for 20 years and I figured it was someone else's turn. Yep. So here's the deal, right? We got to stop. We have to change the way we think about what is important and who is important. I'm not saying my family isn't important. They're absolutely 100. My water of the womb family is so, so important. More important than maybe anything in my life. Why? Because they taught me the most valuable lessons. You understand that? They taught me that love means not accepting unacceptable behavior. That love means you have to love yourself enough not to accept unacceptable behavior from people you love. Just because you love them does not mean you have to put up with abuse, mental, emotional, or otherwise. Love does not cover a multitude of sins. Love shows them. Doesn't cover a multitude of sins. That's not love. That's fear. Right? You covering up somebody else's sins because you love them, that's not love, that's fear. Right? I have no idea what I'm talking about. We're just having a tea break. But here's the deal. December's coming this week. And I have a lot of housework to do. There's not going to be a lot of sewing videos, only on the days when I absolutely have to sit down and get something done. Okay, because I'm going to be cleaning, I'm going to be decorating, I'm going to be getting things ready for the holiday season, whether or not any family shows up at all. It's okay, even if it's just me and Howie. But what I am telling you is that there are going to be most of my videos, except for if I'm decorating something, if I'm making a craft, or if I'm cooking something, most of my videos between now and New Year's Day are going to be live streams. Daily live tea breaks. We do it every year. I'm going to try and do it every day. There are going to be days that I'm going to miss, like reading with Beverly. Oh, excuse me. Should be a third one. Thank you. Thank you. Do you know why people say bless you? Does anybody know why people say bless you? Raise your hand if you don't know the origin of the reason we say bless you after people sneeze. I love the holidays because of the daily lives. Well, I'm not going to do the tea advent calendar this year. I'm just going to do tea breaks. Grandma Gina knows. The reason people say bless you, that's right, to shoo away the evil spirits. They say bless you because the sneeze is one thing you can't control. You cannot control a sneeze. All right? And like you can stop a burp or you can change how it works or anything, but you can't stop a sneeze. And people used to think that because you couldn't stop a sneeze from happening, it was the work of the devil, that you were momentarily possessed by an evil spirit because you couldn't control it. So whenever someone sneezes, they say bless you. Right? Cool, eh? Thank you for letting me dump my feelings and listening. Honey, you haven't dumped anything. But you need to. Okay? You're going to get there. All right? But the truth is, if you're sitting in the middle of your floor crying, you have to look at why. And you have to look at, this is the hardest part of 2024. Is letting go of the people, the places, and the things in our lives that no longer serve us on our journey towards light, enlightenment, God, whatever you want to call it. But we cannot move forward if we are dragging all these people behind us who don't want to come, who don't want to be a part of this journey. The part they are playing now in your journey is letting go. When you let go of all of the people, places, and things that you're dragging, trying to take forward into the future with you, if when you suddenly let go, you're going to somersault into the future, because it's going to be like cutting the balloon strings. You know what I mean? It's going to be like, you know, cutting a bungee cord, right? You know, you have to decide whether you want to go into the future a cleaner, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, a more enlightened person to the point where you can lead by example. But you can't lead by example if you're dragging the crap behind you that has always kept you down. Let go of the ropes, and you will find that you walk so much faster, your steps are so much lighter, and you're not dragging darkness. You're walking towards the light. Now, I'm not telling anybody to cut their strings with their family. I'm not. But I'm saying you need to love yourself enough to recognize when other people in your life are not being loving to you, right? So, well, that's a different, you die for a split second. Kathy, I don't have wisdom, okay? I'm just sharing my experiences and my strength and my hope, right? Learning that my family, or a lot of my family, isn't who I always held them up to be, was one of the most painful lessons I've ever had to learn. Letting them go was like jumping from a plane. I've never jumped from a plane, but think about it this way. When you let go, okay, think about it this way. You're on a plane, and the plane's going to crash. And you are most certainly going to die, because we all die. But think about a life as you're on a plane, and the plane is going to crash. You have a parachute. Now, do you jump out of the plane and trust the parachute, your faith? Or do you ride that plane into the side of the mountain and hope like hell you survive? Now, jumping from the plane may mean you die anyway. What if the parachute doesn't open? What if? But it's that leap of faith, that certain death or a chance at a more illuminated life. And here's what happens. You jump from the plane, and you're falling, and you're falling, and you're falling, and you pull that cord, and the little chute comes out and pulls the big one. Now, here's what they don't, what I've noticed when I watch it on film, is the moment the chute opens, it's like jumping off a bridge with a bungee cord. You stop falling. You still fall, but it's like landing in a net. Boom! right? You get pulled back up. Feels like you're getting pulled up. You're just slowing down. But you gotta take the leap of faith. That plane and whoever's in it is going to crash, just like and people are going to die, okay, that are on that plane. But you can't take them with you, because if you try and hold all of those people who are going, no, 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 we're going to be fine, we're going to clear the mountain, don't worry about it, trust the science. If you try and wrap all of those people in your arms, regardless of the fact that they don't believe you, and you try and jump with all of those people, that chute isn't going to save anybody. So you choose. You need to walk towards the truth, the light. You know what I mean? Everything else is fluff on the furniture. Hey, Cheryl Brooks. There you go. Smiling, playful pup. Hey, Silver and Blackie. So I guess my whole point is as terrifying and as painful as it is to take that leap of faith and leave everything behind that's been dragging you down, at least you know the way you go is your choice. Jump or crash. Right? No, Howie did not get a deer. No, he did not. But that's okay, because we're going to be okay. I'm back on my feet, wipe my tears, trash the rest of the pack of cigarettes in the can. Sorry y'all saw and walked me through my weakness. Thank you for getting me back up. Okay, here's something you got to understand, Collins Homestead. That wasn't weak. Sitting down in the middle of the floor crying is not a weakness. This is where we have been led down to believe everything is exactly opposite as they want us. We're believing what we've been taught to believe, that crying is a weakness, that letting go of shit and dealing with it is a weakness. It's not, honey. Do you have any idea? Okay, here, let me put it to you this way. Everybody seems to think that alcoholics are weak because they can't quit drinking. Alcoholics are some of the most stubborn, strong people I have ever met on the planet. It's one of the reasons why many of them survive to get sober. All right? Alcoholics are not weak. Their strength is what slows them down from getting help, because we can do it on our own. All right? It's snowing in Vermont. We woke up to a dusting of snow. Giving in and feeling your emotions is not a weakness. That's a strength. Okay? That's strength. Crying is not a weakness. Crying is a releasing of pain, of frustration, of anger, of hurt. That's releasing it. That's the washing away. The tears wash that away so that you can look at things clearer. Right? It's raining in Nova Scotia. Oh, I drank my tea too fast and it's hurting my stomach. We are kind. We are beautiful. We are important. Constantine. Oh, not rain and PEI. Yeah. The dam will break. The dam will break. My point is is as hard as it is to let go of those people we love, when we realize that what they are showing us, giving us, sharing with us is not necessarily love, but judgment. They're not accepting us. They just accept us, at Christmas card time. Not happening. Going to save me a lot of stamps this year. Water some rough today, I bet. EJ, I hope we get some snow here in Central California because it hasn't snowed here since 99. Well, we woke up to a dusting this morning, and that was enough to get me going. So listen, folks, it's going to be mostly live streams from here on out. So I'll see you at some point tomorrow. And I'm going to be reorganizing my Reading with Beverly Wolfe schedule as well. The live Reading with Beverly Wolfe. And I'm going to be reading the next book. We read The Long Winter after Little Men Live. The last Little House book was The Long Winter. The next one is Little Town on the Prairie. So I love you guys. Take care. God bless. We'll see you for the next live tea break. Maybe here, maybe on Life with the Wolfies. You never know. Okay? I may stream on both at the same time because there are some people on Life with the Wolfies. And if you are not, after what Noreen has gone through on Noreen's Kitchen, there's no coming back from that, eh? If your channel gets hacked, it's hacked. And you have to start all over. So here's my thing. My Life with the Wolfies channel is not associated with the same address as our Half Acre Homestead. So I'm going to ask Linda Bopp and Seashell to put Singing with Beverly Wolfe, or whatever it is, Singing with Beverly Wolfe, or whatever it is, my reading channel and my Life with the Wolfies. Please put those channels up here. But if you are not a member of Life with the Wolfies, please sign up to that channel. Because Michigan Snow Pony and Noreen of Noreen's Kitchen were both Homestead Honeys. And they've both been hacked. So please join me on Life with the Wolfies, because if anything happens to this channel, it's going to take me a long time. And please, please, please subscribe. I know if you're not already subscribed, great. But if you are subscribed, oh God, Michigan Snow Pony got hacked a couple of years back, and Noreen was hacked this week. So here's the deal. I really need you all. If you're seeing this and you are not subscribed to Life with the Wolfies, please subscribe to Life with the Wolfies now. Because if something ever goes wrong with our Half Acre Homestead, I need to be able to get a hold of you folks. So, that is sad what's being posted on. Yeah. How can we support them now? You go, I don't know about Michigan Snow Pony, I think, gave up. Noreen has sunk years. Noreen was my mentor. Okay? You can help them by going to noreenskitchen.com. That's where her recipes are. That's where you can reach out to her through email. Let me just see if I can find it for you. And this is what would happen. Hang on a second. Yes. Facebook, noreenskitchen.com. She has a way you can reach out to her through email. See, what happens is if you get hacked or they delete your channel, you can't get into your channel. And I don't have the storage space to save all my videos. So I have been moving some older videos over to Rumble, but I don't have, so you need, Wolfie's Old Homestead on Rumble. I'm going to start adding newer videos to it. Let's Talk on Rumble and my new reading channel on Rumble, because new books that I'm going to read are going to be actually uploaded. The live reading with Beverly Wolfie on YouTube is going to become live reading, and reading books that are edited and uploaded are going to now be on Rumble. Mark the Mall Cop. Well, I'm Canadian, but if you're asking me what I think of the new president-elect, YMCA. And if you don't like that, that's fine. You're allowed not, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. Been raining here nonstop for days. Another week of rain. At least it's not snow yet, but hard to get work done outside to prepare for snow. Well, we're pretty much ready for that. Howie still has to mark where my new apricot trees are so the snowplow don't get them. Ha! Thank you, Mark. Anyway, I got to get moving. So look for me tomorrow on a live stream, either here or on Life with the Wolfies. But if you are not already subscribed to Life with the Wolfies, please, 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 that channel needs to build and build quick, just in case. It is my failsafe, and so is Rumble. So if you're not with me on Rumble, if you're not with me on Life with the Wolfies, please go over and like, subscribe, whatever it is you got to do, so that if anything happens to this channel, there's a way we can back it up. Okay? Just recently started commenting, follow all your channels everywhere. Well, thank you, Collins. Thank you, darling. Can you give me a first name? Even if it's a nickname, just because I don't like calling you Collins. Right? You've been watching on Rumble. Yeah, absolutely. You can watch the replay. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing a Rumble right shortly on Let's Talk. Because if something doesn't give in our country, it's just, I might have to move to the States or Wales or Costa Rica or Scotland or something. Anyway, Sarah, there we go. Sarah, Small Town Shanty, happy Sunday from Saskatchewan. Are you looking forward to your $250 check in April, Small Town Shanty? Are you looking for not paying the GST or the HST as of December 14th? When everybody's already shopping for their Christmas groceries and gifts and everything's already done? Yes. And as soon as I get a new computer, I'll be able to go live on Rumble as well. Okay? Isn't that a kick in the ass? Yes, it is. This is Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, mostly live streams from here on until the new year, unless I'm decorating this tree on Saturday. I'm decorating in the tree in the dining room, and we're going to be putting up our tree in the living room on Saturday. Or Sunday. There's going to be a lot of things going on because December's kind of snuck up on me. I've been dealing with a lot of other stuff, but that's okay because it's not December yet. And we can get on track. There's going to be baking videos. There's going to be decorating videos. I'm not putting a tinsel swag on my tree this year. I'm thinking of making a paper chain. I may just sit and do a live stream while I'm working on my paper chain for my main tree. Oh, well, that's wonderful. All right. It says my chat disconnected and reconnected. So there we go. Thank you, Sarah. I haven't talked to Jay Null in a couple of months, but as far as I know, the man is a juggernaut. All he's doing is working and working out. And apparently he's dropped well over 100 pounds. So I would really love to see some pictures. I'm making a popcorn string. Well, here's the trick to the popcorn string. Okay? It's not easy. It's not easy. I've done it. But you go right ahead. Maybe I'll make a popcorn string. Nah, I'll do a paper chain. I like the paper chain. Hi, Plain Jane. We're just leaving. Anyway, this is Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying there's going to be mostly daily live streams. There's going to be some videos, some baking, some decorating, some stuff like that. But it's almost December, and all organization goes out the window if it's got nothing to do with Christmas. All right? I love you, guys. It takes some time. Yeah, they break really easy. I haven't made a popcorn chain in years and years. Oh, awesome, Sarah. That's wonderful. All right. I love you guys. Take care. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you tomorrow. And Reading with Beverly Wolfie, folks, there's going to be a new schedule for live reading, okay? Give me a few days to put it together, and then I'll organize it, and then it will be locked in, okay? Take care. God bless everybody. We got 3 trees to decorate.